What is up, my messy besties? Grab your biggest mugs and sit down, because the tea today isn't just piping hot, it is scalding, it is staining, and it is overflowing. Honestly? I am literally shook. I've been sitting here looking at the receipts, and I am starting to think that everything we thought we knew about the first family of Hollywood was a complete and total work of fiction. Let's be real for a minute. We've all been forced to sit through Jada Pinkett Smith's healing journey for the last few years, right? We've seen the Red Table Talk episodes, the enlightened Instagram captions about inner peace, and that whole entanglement rebrand that tried to make a whole mess look like a spiritual awakening. But girl, please. The mask isn't just slipping anymore, it has completely shattered on the floor. And the people picking up the pieces? They are some of the biggest icons in the game. Word on the street, and by the street, I mean the absolute trenches of Hollywood, is that Nia Long and Gabrielle Union have officially reached their limit with Jada's BS. They are reportedly done playing the role of the supportive peers. For years, we've watched Jada allegedly embarrass Will Smith on a global stage, from the Oscars slap to the separated since 2016 bombshell that had us all questioning reality. But according to the industry whispers, Nia and Gabrielle are finally ready to put Jada in her place and remind the world who she really was before she started preaching about the light. Can you even believe she had the nerve to act like the peacemaker of the industry? Because the real tea? Before the crystals and the sage, Jada was reportedly the undisputed mean girl of the 90s. We're talking gatekeeper energy, girls. The kind of energy that makes sure nobody else shines if they're standing too close to your spotlight. And when you look at the women who were actually in the trenches with her during the peak of her power, the energy was reportedly at a level 10 toxic. We're going to deep dive into the receipts from the women who lived it. We're talking about a time when there were only a handful of top-tier roles for black actresses, and Jada allegedly made sure everyone knew she was the star of the show, not just because of her talent, but because she had the biggest movie star in the world, Will Smith, on her arm. Ever since then, Gabrielle and Nia have reportedly had it out for her. And even though they've done the whole on-camera reconciliation dance, word is it's all a front. These women still reportedly cannot stand Jada. What do y'all think about this mess? Is the healing just a PR stunt to cover up decades of mean girl behavior? Stick around, because we are breaking down every single shady detail. Okay, let's go back to where the bad blood really started boiling, because we have to talk about the legendary Nia Long. If you grew up in the 90s, you know Nia was the girl. She was the one we all wanted to be. But if you ask the industry insiders, her rise to the top came with a very specific, very tiny shadow following her, Jada Pinkett. Let's be real, the claws have been out between Nia and Jada since the baggy jeans and combat boots era. We all remember Nia as Lisa on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? She was iconic. She was the only woman who could actually make Will Smith's character settle down. Their chemistry was so fire that people were shipping them in real life for decades. But here is the shady part that Jada probably wants buried under a pile of self-help books. Jada was actually the one originally cast for that role. Girl, imagine. Nia herself confirmed in an interview that producers snatched the role from Jada and gave it to Nia. And the reason? They reportedly felt Jada was too short to stand next to Will. Can you even imagine the blow to the ego? You're dating the man, you're supposed to play his girlfriend on the biggest show on TV, and then the producers look at you and say, actually, give us the taller girl with the better vibes. I am literally shook. Word on the street is that Jada didn't just move on. Reportedly, she felt some type of way because the fans were absolutely obsessed with Nia and Will together. The chemistry was too real, and Jada allegedly turned ice cold towards Nia from that moment on. Nia has hinted at this for years, basically saying that the industry was small and the competition was fierce, but Jada allegedly made it personal. Think about it, Nia was out here just trying to book a job and live her best life, and Jada was reportedly creating an environment that was absolute zero. We're talking about gatekeeper energy, y'all. If you were a threat to Jada's Queen Bee status, you were allegedly on the no-fly list. And Nia was the ultimate threat because she had what Jada wanted, that on-screen magic with Will. And don't even get me started on the 2025 updates. Even recently, Nia has been spotted doubling down on her support for other women who have clashed with the Smiths. When Gabrielle Union was going through her battle with America's Got Talent over toxic culture, who was the first person to stand up and say, I see you? Nia Long. It's like they have a secret Survivors of Jada club or something. Can you even believe she had the nerve to act like she wasn't bothered? Nia got the role, she got the fans, and allegedly, she got Jada's permanent side-eye for life. What do you think? Was it just professional competition, or was Jada marking her territory like a classic mean girl? Now, we have to talk about the absolute circus that was Gabrielle Union's reconciliation with Jada. This is where it gets truly, deeply unhinged. If you missed the red table talk where they made up, let me summarize it for you. It was 20% healing and 80% high-level shade. These two didn't speak for 17 years. Let that sink in. 17 years is a very specific, very long time to hold a grudge. You don't ignore someone for nearly 2 decades because of a bad vibe or of misunderstanding. That is, I know what you did last summer energy. They sat down at the table, and Gabrielle is doing the full-on ugly cry. She's talking about how she used to be a hater and a troll because of her own insecurities. And Jada? Jada is sitting there nodding, saying that part, acting like she's the grandmaster of forgiveness. But when they got to the part about why they were feuding, both of them claimed they literally could not remember why they hated each other. Girl, please. I forgot why I didn't speak to you for 17 years. I don't believe it for a second, and neither did the internet. If you do the math, and you know I've got my calculator out, 17 years back from that 2018 interview puts us right at the year 2001.
Nobody walks out.
I know better.
Right?
I know better than to do that. Yeah, no, nobody walks out.
And do you know what else was happening in 2001? That was the year Gabrielle Union was filming Bad Boys 2 with, you guessed it, Will Smith. The tea is that the tension didn't start over nothing. Reportedly, Gabrielle and Will got a little too close on that set. Everyone was commenting on how gorgeous they looked together, and the chemistry was supposedly off the charts. Word on the street is that Jada, who was already allegedly insecure about other actresses around her man, was livid. But wait, it gets even darker. Around that same time, rumors were swirling like a hurricane about Will Smith and his best friend, Dwayne Martin. We've all heard the stories, especially after brother Bilal's explosive claims in 2023 and his massive $3 million lawsuit in late 2025. Bilal allegedly walked in on Will and Dwayne in a, let's just say, very intimate situation. And word is, Jada suspected Gabrielle was the one who was helping spread those rumors around Hollywood. Allegedly, Jada confronted her, and the explosion was so big it lasted nearly 2 decades. And let's not forget the recent Jaguar right claims that have been setting the internet on fire. Jaguar has been dropping bombs about Will, Jada, and their alleged connection to the Diddy parties. She's reportedly been saying that Gabrielle and Nia have been whispering about this for years, alleging that Jada was the mastermind behind certain.
The whack too afraid to find a real man and real love, so you marry a
mentorship situations involving young men. So when they sat at that red table and said, I don't remember why we fought, what they really meant was, I'm not allowed to say why we fought because the legal team would have a heart attack. Gabrielle reportedly realized after that show that Jada was still the same, calculated bad guy she had always been. She was just using Gabrielle for a healing episode to save her own reputation. I am literally shook by the layers of this. Do we really believe they forgot, or is the truth just too toxic for a Facebook watch series? And what about these new 2026 rumors that Nia and Gabrielle are finally ready to drop a tell-all? I mean, the energy is beyond toxic at this point. What do y'all think? Are Nia and Gabrielle the heroes we need to finally expose the truth, or are they just birds of a feather, as the critics say? Let me know in the comments, because I am sweating.
Injections are actually protection. They're situations that, whether